In this video, we explore how artificial intelligence will affect the future workplace, what skills you'll need to compete with AI for a job, and whether you should be worried about the overhyped AI at all. In spring 2023, artificial intelligence has become a technology that raised serious concerns for one part of humanity and seemed like a universal way to solve problems for the other. However, there was one thing that both sides could agree on. In the future, society, economy, and everyday life are going to change dramatically as AI is integrated into all aspects of human life. The rapid progress of easy-to-use and available services utilizing automatic artificial intelligence has made it possible to quickly and automatically produce new content in a wide range of formats, including text, images, audio, video, code, and more. OpenAI's ChatGPT feature became extremely popular, attracting its first million users in just a few days at the end of 2022. To provide some perspective, it's worth noting that Spotify, a widely recognized music streaming service, took 150 days to reach the same milestone of 1 million users after its initial launch. The business industry is excited about generative AI solutions. Bloomberg Intelligence predicts a 30-fold increase in the market for generative AI, reaching $1.3 trillion by 2032. This growth is being driven by a common perception among key industry leaders that generative AI-based solutions will revolutionize business operations in the coming decades. Similarly, workforce skill requirements will continue to change. Mastery of tools that leverage the capabilities of generative AI will move from a desirable skill to an essential one. Much like the current need for job seekers to have proficient PC skills and a basic understanding of popular office software, employers will increasingly expect their workforce to demonstrate confidence in using services with generative AI capabilities. The changes are already visible in certain regions and states within the job market. Data shows that in the United States, 37% of marketing and advertising professionals, 35% of technology professionals, and 30% of consulting professionals are using generative AI solutions. Even traditionally conservative areas, such as education and healthcare, have 19% and 15% of professionals, respectively, using these services. Proficiency in AI-based tools or services is only required in less than 1% of job openings in the U.S., according to Stanford University AI Index. The use of generative AI is driven by individual initiative rather than employer needs. Although businesses have not fully explored the potential of generative AI, professionals have already experienced how these tools can improve their workflow. Generative AI has endless potential applications in the decades to come. Today, it mainly automates routine tasks, such as generating document templates or composing initial drafts for corporate communications. But in the future, generative AI will be essential for solving creative, technical, and knowledge-intensive tasks. Healthcare. The healthcare professionals of the future, whether they are physicians, pharmacologists, or other specialists, will have a deep understanding of the capabilities of generative AI and its practical application in their daily routines. For example, generative AI can assist in generating synthetic data for ongoing research studies. Transforming 2D medical images into 3D representations can help doctors better understand a patient's anatomy and illness. This is a valuable application of AI technology. Generative AI is also expected to speed up the development of new pharmaceuticals. Projections indicate that by 2027, up to 30% of drug manufacturers will use generative AI in the drug creation process. These tools will be useful in many healthcare areas, from the creation of personalized medical services to surgical procedures, where generative AI combined with augmented reality technologies will provide insights into areas beyond the doctor's vision. Education. Future education process will require teachers and professors to be skilled in generative AI. This technology can greatly improve language learning by recognizing students' speech, evaluating their reading, writing, and pronunciation, and providing constructive feedback. The education sector will soon have the ability to generate unique assignments, test materials, and exam questions tailored to each student. As an interesting point, educational institutions are already facing a new challenge: the increasing use of generative AI by students for assignments and independent study. This problem has even received the attention of companies such as OpenAI, whose representatives have expressed reservations about such use. Third-party developers are currently working on solutions to help educators identify generated content in academic papers, and such functionality is already accessible today through services such as Plagiarism Checker. Creative disciplines. Generative AI will be widely used to design elements, user interfaces, typography, and interactive design. This trend is expected to increase in the future, and while today's designers compete with each other for work, future designers will have to compete with AI-based services. These services will provide clients with an easy and affordable way to procure various components of their corporate identity. In this area, designers will need to have the ability to use generative AI tools to quickly create initial designs in order to gain a competitive advantage. Human designers can then refine these initial designs to achieve the desired level of quality and creativity. Artificial intelligence is transforming the art world. Alexandre Dumas once advised writers to produce at least 1 page of text a day, but future writers may be encouraged to generate 1 page of text a day. Examples of this shift already exist, as seen in Pavel Pepperstein's book, Trying to Wake Up, where half of the stories were entirely generated by AI trained on the author's earlier works. Bloggers, journalists, and writers of the future will actively use generative AI tools, and the ability to quickly generate high-quality text will be critical to their popularity and career progression. The global market is witnessing a new trend, where businesses are reducing their dependence on entry-level specialists. Many functions previously assigned to these professionals can now be carried out by generative AI tools. As AI gets better, people who know how to use it effectively can get results quickly and affordably that are comparable to those of mid-level specialists who tend to be more expensive for employers. These results will be similar to those of mid-level specialists who cost a lot of money, but we should remember that AI will continue to get better over time, with periods of rapid growth and periods of slower growth. The main problems in the field of AI are the high consumption of resources, the difficulty of data acquisition for model training, and government regulations. The main problems in the field of AI are related to specific limitations. Advances in quantum computing could address the first challenge, while new tools for integrating different data sources and data marketplaces could help with the second. The third problem could be solved by the increasing participation of countries worldwide in the AI race. Finally, if you want to hear more stories like this, don't forget to subscribe and see you next time.